these prophets in the book were black. They were black people.
Right.
Jesus Christ was a black man.
That's right.
According to the Bible. With Jesus Christ, would he feel okay about what you're doing today? Because today is his Sabbath day. Our people are out here buying and selling. You understand? On the Lord's Sabbath day, which is Saturday, the 7th day, it's supposed to be holy. This is the day you're supposed to rest. This is the day you're supposed to congregate with your people. Like-minded Israelite brothers and sisters, learning the laws of God so we can get out of here. But none of that is going on because there's no truth in the land. The knowledge is not being taught according to the Bible. So give me Exodus 20 real quick. Let's go over some things that our people are supposed to be keeping today as Israelites, because today is the Sabbath day. You hear that, sister? Today is the Sabbath day. Did you know that? You know today is the Sabbath day? All right, so let's find out some things that we're not supposed to be doing on the Sabbath day. Let's find out what we're supposed to be doing on the Sabbath day. Read that, Exodus 20 verse 8.
Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy.
Remember the Sabbath day, because we was going to forget it. Read.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
So 6 days shall you labor. 6 days, you got 6 days to work, to do whatever you got to do, to pay your rent, to pay your car note, or whatever. You got 6 days to do this. Read.
But the 7th is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath day. That's God, that's the Lord's day. And what did God do on this day? Read.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
Thou shalt not work. This should not be going on right now. This Juneteenth celebration should not be going on right now.
Right.
Everything's supposed to be shut down. This is the Lord's Sabbath day, which is the 7th day. Read.
Thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates.
Right, this is going into, in your household, you have children, they're not supposed to be working as well on the Lord's Sabbath day. Right. Even if you own businesses, your businesses is supposed to be shut down on the Lord's Sabbath day. This is a holy day. God give you 6 days to labor, 6 days to do whatever you got to do. But 1 day out of the week is God's day where you're supposed to keep it. You're not supposed to be buying and selling. You hear that, bro? How you doing, bro? What's your nationality, bro? What's your nationality? What you go by?
Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. You said what's my nationality?
What you go by? Like, what people do you descend from?
I would say that I would descend from the original people.
Who's the original people?
The original people? Black man.
Good.
Black
I'm glad you said that. I'm going to prove that the so-called black is the original man.
That's right.
Give me Genesis 2 verse 7. Let's prove it. Don't go nowhere, bro. Don't go nowhere, because this is some very important information that you probably never even heard before. You understand? We're going to show you what you said was actually correct. Read that.
Genesis chapter 2 and verse 7. Read it out. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground.
Formed man of the what?
Of the dust of the ground.
What color is the ground?
Brown is dark.
Like what? Brown, right?
Yeah, dark right here.
Yeah, all praise it. Yeah, right there. Like if you dig up under this gravel right here, it's brown.
Yeah.
The deeper you dig, the darker it gets.
Yeah.
We are the original people. God created us. You understand that?
I agree.
So, my question to you is, why you out here today? What's up?
I am out here to, number one, pay respect to my ancestors and their contributions and their contributions to the things that we have been able to accomplish in this particular country.
Right. Okay. So, Juneteenth. You know what that's about?
Yes, I do.
What is it about?
It is the emancipation, or at least the last state in the Union, which was Texas, and our so-called chattel slavery period. It was the end. It marked the ending of that period.
Right. So you could agree that we was in slavery and all of that, right?
I can agree that we were enslaved in this nation and other nations as well.
Right. You're absolutely correct. The Bible also says that too. We was going to be enslaved long. This Bible was written thousands of years ago before it even happened.
You you said this Bible. I asked you which Bible is that?
This is the King James.
All right, is that the one with 66? Or is that the one with 72? Is that the one, how many books does that Bible have?
This Bible right here has 66 books.
Okay, I know it's many versions, so I have to ask these questions in order to get a complete full understanding.
Okay, well, we're going to focus on history, all right? We're going to focus on history. We're going to focus why our people are out here today.
Absolutely.
So, in 1863, Abraham Lincoln, right? 65. Well, it was 63, but they didn't pass it till 65.
63, and then it ended up.
But he passed so-called, what is it? Emancipation Proclamation, right?
Absolutely.
So how come another nation had to give you rights for you to be free?
Bring it out.
We were a conquered nation.
Why were we conquered?
You said why?
Why?
I would say that we were conquered because we were on top, and I will also say that knowledge and the things that we possess was envy around the world, and eventually they plotted on us to get everything that we want.
Yeah, absolutely right. You know, everything you said is in here, already written.
Yeah.
Give me Deuteronomy 28 verse 1. Let's start at 1 first, because it's two sides of the story, right?
Yeah.
On a coin, you have heads and you have tails.
Right.
Heads is going to go into the positive side.
Yeah.
We are the children of Israel. You ever heard that before? The so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans?
Yeah,
This is Moses talking to the Israelites, which is us today. That's you right now. I'm talking to you, all right? So this is a positive side of what would happen to us as a nation, and we kept God's laws. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments,
So and we kept God's commandments. Read.
which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
It says that God will set us high above all the nations of the face of the earth. Do it look like we high above all nations?
No, we are not.
Why? Let's give you the flip side of why we're like this today. All right. In a minute, after I'm done with this, I'll let you speak. All right, bro. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
All these what?
all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
So all these curses, is curse a good thing or a bad thing?
I would say a curse is a bad thing if you believe it.
Right. Okay. So you don't believe the Bible?
So,
You believe the Bible? Yes or no?
which one?
The King James. Do you believe the Bible?
I would look at the history of the King James Bible. I would try to figure out exactly how did they come to the books that they got in the King James Bible, and then I would base my information and my facts of my belief upon what the information that I had gathered.
Where's that? Lift that poster up real quick. Somebody lift that slave trade port. Now give me Deuteronomy 28:68. You can't refute this. You understand? You can't refute what happened to our people. This is written in the Bible. This actually happened in vivid detail.
Which Bible?
The King James Version Bible.
Okay.
This happened here.
All right.
All right. I know the translations and the different Bibles is throwing you off.
And the different books and the different what was taken.
Right. It's a reason why those things were taken out. You understand? They weren't taken out by our people. They were taken out by the people that conquered us. You understand?
That's why I asked which one.
Right. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Now, remember, you know the story of Moses, right? When the children of Israel were serving under the Egyptians, 400 years of slavery.
Yeah.
Moses went to Pharaoh to tell him to let my people go.
Yeah.
It's a message from God.
Okay.
So the children of Israel walked out of the land of Egypt because Egypt got destroyed. You remember all the plagues and everything that happened? But pretty much Egypt got destroyed and the Israelites were free, right? They walked out of Egypt. So when it says, read that again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
That after the Israelites had left Egypt, they didn't go back into Egypt. Egypt is synonymous for a word which means slavery, which means bondage. So the condition that the Israelites were in Egypt, they are going to be in the same condition wherever I send them. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Thou shalt see what no more again?
And thou shalt see it no more again.
Our homeland. How y'all brothers? How you brothers doing? How you doing, brother? How you doing, sis? We out here teaching our nationality, who we are according to the Bible. So we just read that from the top again. We just went over a fact that happened to our people and our people only. Read that again.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
Egypt means bondage or slavery according to the Bible, according to Exodus 12:2. That's what Egypt means according to the Bible. Read.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
So God says he's going to bring the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and the Native Americans. He said he's going to bring you into slavery again with ships. Because when they was in Egypt, on the Egyptians, they were in slavery. So he's the same conditions that you were in Egypt, I'm going to bring you into those conditions again. But the way you are going to get to these places where I'm going to send you is going to be by the way of ships. Read on.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Our homeland, which is Jerusalem. We will not see our homeland anymore again. You understand?
Where's Jerusalem located?
Jerusalem is in Africa, East Africa, Northern East Africa.
So we still originated from the tribe, from the continent of Africa?
No.
The land of Canaan.
The land of Canaan. It was.
You just said that Jerusalem was our homeland. It was located in Africa.
Let's prove something. Give me Galatians 4, because you got to know something about this land.
But did you not say that Jerusalem was in Africa?
It is.
And did you not say that we originated Jerusalem?
Yes, we did.
So that would make us a part of the African continent.
Watch this.
You never answered
Watch
this
this.
question?
Hold on, I got you. Watch this. Give me Galatians 4. I want Galatians 4. Read that.
Galatians chapter 4 verse 26. But Jerusalem, which is above,
Which is what?
Which is above is free, which is the mother of us all.
So the land of Jerusalem, which is Israel today, is the land. This land is above all lands. This land cannot be considered with the other lands, even though today, as we know it, is a part of Africa. You understand? But this land is separate, just like the children of Israel. We're separate as well. So we're not from Africa. Actually, Africa was given, that name Africa comes from a Caucasian by the name of Leo Scipios Africanus. During the Second Punic War, when he conquered the land of Canaan, he named it after himself. He named it Africa. So that's not even the original name.
And neither is Egypt, because Egypt was named from the Greek.
Exactly, which is a Greek word.
Which the original name was called Kemet.
No.
It's called Mizraim.
Mizraim. That's what it was called.
According to the Bible?
Yes, according to the Bible.
I'll take that. Okay, but you said it was also located in Africa, which would mean that we would be also part of the motherland, or at least part of Africa.
Psalm 49:11. Because like I said, when we were conquered, right, our names were changed. You understand? All of that was changed. And the people that conquered us, they named us after themselves, right?
Okay. Can you answer this question?
Well, real quick. Let's read this real quick.
Psalms chapter 49 and verse 11. Read it out. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever.
So the people that conquered the so-called white man today, it says their inward thought, what they think is that their nation, that their people, their land will what?
Shall continue forever.
So they think they're going to be dominant forever. They think they're going to rule forever. Read on.
And their dwelling places to all generations.
Come on.
They call their lands after their own names.
They call their lands after what?
Their own names.
Like I said before, Africa was a name that was given by a so-called white man. It was not called Africa. It was called the land of Canaan. You understand the story of Noah? Noah had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. That land was called after one of the sons of Ham, Canaan. You understand? You get it? So we are not Africans. We have nothing to do with Africa, if that's what you're trying to say.
No. What I'm saying, that's exactly what I was trying to say, because I know at one point in time there had to be a first in order to be a lad. So the first Hebrew would be who? Who would the first Hebrew be?
The Israelites.
No, the first one in the Bible, Abraham, correct?
It was Adam was before Abraham.
Okay, so Adam was the first.
Right.
Hebrew.
Right.
Okay, I apologize. I thought that Abraham was the first Hebrew.
No, it always starts off with the monarchies, with the patriarchs, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They are the patriarchs of the Bible, meaning the lineage starts with Abraham. Well, it starts before that, but it mainly focuses on Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Okay,
you understand?
I thought Abraham, which was at least name was Abram.
It was. It was changed.
Which means Israel.
It wasn't changed to Ham.
I said Abraham.
You're right. But you know why his name was changed to that and what it means? Abraham.
Yeah.
What it means?
Well, I know that it was from Abram to Abraham.
Right. So what Abraham means then?
His later name, which means Israel, right?
No, it means his name means father of many nations. Abraham.
Father of many nations.
Right, because remember he had many children, and he also who came after Isaac, right?
Yeah.
Who came after who Isaac had,
Jacob.
And who else? And Esau, but it don't matter. But he had. That's how the lineage go. You see how it went? It went Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So give me real quick, because I don't want you to think that we are Africans. We're not Africans. Even though you might not, even though you're saying we're not. We're not.
Well, you told me that we originated from Jerusalem, which is in Africa, so I don't know.
Right, but we're not. You're not who you are because of the land you live on or the land you were born. That don't make you who you are. You understand? That doesn't make you who you are. You could go live in China right now and have a kid. Will your kid be Chinese?
Bring it out.
No. He would be from your lineage. That's the same thing that the Bible is talking about. Just because we was living there in Israel does not mean that we're Africans just because we were living there.
So can I ask you this last question?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. There are a group of people in power right now that are called the Jews.
Right.
So-called Jews. Let's just say the so-called
Right. Why is that? Why you say so-called Jews?
Because according to the Bible, then we are the original Jews.
That's right. That's right.
So what my question is, how did these people that call themselves Jews that are not get into power?
Let's go back to Deuteronomy real quick. Read this real quick.
Ham, the youngest son of Noah.
Remember, Noah had 3 sons: Ham, Shem, and Japheth. Read.
Born probably about 96 years before the flood, and one of 8 persons to live through the flood. He became the progenitor.
The what?
The progenitor.
The father of
the dark races.
The dark races. The dark races. People with dark skin. Read.
Not the Negros.
Not the who?
Not the Negros.
So the so-called African American man today, he's not an African. Even the scholars know that. They know that the African American and the actual Africans, they're not the same people. They're different.
Right.
But let's see what nations were they. Read.
But the Egyptians.
The Egyptians who had the children of Israel in slavery. Look, you can see on the map right here. The Egyptian who had us in slavery. Read on.
Ethiopians.
The Ethiopian, the Cushites. Read.
Libyans.
The Libyans, the Africans.
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites. And the who?
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites. You know that word, right? Canaan? That was what Africa was called. Canaan. It was named, that was their land originally. But that part in Israel was ours. You understand? Jerusalem. Okay. Right. So even when we was sold in slavery, they didn't say we have Africans for sale. They said we have Negroes for sale. You understand? Letting you know that the Africans and the so-called black man today is not an African. He's an Israelite according to the Bible.
That's right.
Now they will see the true men of God. We are not black men, we are the Israelites. Take care of us. Take care of us. And our children too. And our children too. We have repented. We have repented.
I'm a Jew, it sound odd. For years I've been walking around saying that I'm a black man. I ain't saying that no more, it sound wrong, man.
This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us. Subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.